Alright, welcome everyone. I am standing up, so it might look a little weird, but yeah, we'll get straight into it. Took this trade on gold yesterday. Overall, pretty shit trade to take. There was a lot of reasons to not take it, but I went for a few reasons that might make me want to take it. So yeah, leading up to bad psychology there, which is a work in progress. We are working on getting it better. Still pro accumulation here. We're still looking to accumulate. Should we sweep this extreme liquidity? But yeah, to break this down, essentially I was looking to come back sooner. Yeah, I was essentially just looking and wanting to come back sooner, which is not, you never go based on what you want, you only look at confirmations. And we did get a confirmation on this Model 2 entry, but there was a lot of things to not take the trade. So yeah, to showcase, there was no real extreme supply, there was just extreme liquidity, which got swept here. And I entered on this, I think it was actually this 5-minute break structure, because I don't think we had market structure on the 10. We did not. So yeah, I entered on this exact 5-minute break of structure, which is a valid break of structure, but you can see here it is a weak break of structure, as the next few candles that followed actually hovered and went back in, back above this structure break, and didn't follow through. So whenever you get no follow through, it's always a sign of price wanting to move back up and not actually push through with that break of structure. A few other things was that there was heavy demand below us. So yeah, regardless, I did take this into consideration, which is why I put my stops where it is, but I still kind of overlooked this, and normally, I'm not overlooked, I saw it was here, but I just didn't, I just chose to ignore it. And normally, I would never enter when there's this much demand below, and there is. So yeah, I guess yeah, it goes to show my poor psychology in this situation. And then also the last thing, which is also crucial, there is zero return to zone. Like you watch all my past videos, and I do talk about price having a nice return to zone, meaning a slow grind up where buyers can put their stop losses below, which this doesn't have any of this. So yeah, all up, terrible trade. I did wait for a confirmation, but regardless, it's not something that you should take. So I added this onto the journal, and we move on. Alright, well yeah, now that I'm onto it, I will continue with the commodities, and we are actually breaking through the supply. So my next thing to monitor will be supply up here. But yeah, for now we do have a range forming here, which is valid. So we will see what price does. The only thing I don't like is the amount of time we're spending up here. So I will give it a few more. I will give price a bit more to establish some form of range. But for now, yeah, I'm not really liking this, and there's no real POI. Like, there is this supply, but this supply is getting broken through and ran, which you can see here. So yeah, that is gold for the time being. But yeah, in terms of high confluence or high probability, which is what we want to do, we want to always go for the highest probability schematics. We have the supply zone above that you can see right here. So this will be our high probability supply PLI, but for now, not really interested here. But I will still monitor that. So now we will move on to silver. Silver is still looking good. Looking good for a distribution for now. We also have fairly valid demand below us. big structure demand POI. In the ideal world, we would like a mitigation of this first before moving back down. So yeah, this is actually very, very valid structure demand. Let's see what it looks like on the lowest time frame possible. Yeah, here has been mitigated. But yeah, this is very valid. Very, very valid. So yeah, for now on silver, I'm not really looking for anything else. Just same thing, just give price more time. Excuse me. Camera politeness. Yeah, that is it for silver. Let's move to oil. Oil, I charted this previously. Yeah, you can see here. We've got a heavy chunk of demand below us. Probably mitigate. If we can catch some local accumulation here, would be nice to take it all the way up into this supply POI. So we will see what happens there. Euro USD, briefly looked at this as well. Maybe I didn't. No, I did not. Got demand low. Technically just borderline not. Yeah, these are still the POIs that I will monitor. Other than that, nothing really going on. Yeah, that's it for Euro USD. I'm not going to try. You never want to try force a setup. This GBP USD setup still looking clean. Ideally, would be nice to find a distribution short in here, which we can then take into an accumulation in here and then run back up. So that would be sort of ideal expectational order flow for this pair. Yeah, that's it really. We will stay patient here. Alerts are set. AUD USD. Yeah, there is nothing really to, even in terms of like POIs, which you can see here, it's all just liquidity, which I kind of expect to get taken out. Like even this has been mitigated, so yeah, just a whole lot of liquidity. Which will probably get taken. I do think we'll get, yeah, swept back up. The only thing that hasn't really happened, there's no real accumulation schematic here, unless I missed it. Oh, you know what? Technically speaking, it was this, which occurred today. Not today, sorry. This was yesterday's one, which we were looking at. Yeah. Technically, that is the schematic. So it'll be interesting to see if this gets all taken out, but we have accumulated. We also seem to be forming demand, showing strength in the price. Yeah, that's really it for AUD USD. Nothing else to be done. USD CAD. Are we accumulating there? We might be. Maybe not really. Nah. Nope. Nope. Yeah, no real valid demand loss. It's all kind of been mitigated. Yes. Like, if you really want, you can use this, but like, it has swept that, but this is just one of those situations where you really have nothing that you can use, so you just use what you got. Do we even get a bounce from it? Maybe soon we will. Well, there's the bounce, or full full push through. technically speaking, it's not really demand. It's just terrible. It's just really a CME gap which got filled immediately back up. Yeah, this pair, yeah, same thing. Like when you look that much, there's just not, you're trying to force. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this as is for now. These higher lows got taken. These high lows will probably get taken as well. Yeah, let's move on to GBP JPY. I'm not too sure as to why this dot is the blue dots there. But yeah, ran through this. Demand ran through, theoretically. And it looks like we are moving up to mitigate this supply, which we have left, which has actually just been mitigated. These lows will probably get taken out soon. Yeah, I'm still seeing weakness in this chart. Next. Yes, sir. Yeah, what I don't like here is that this, well, first of all, this got invalidated. This has been ran through. Not longer needed. All this can go. Like, you can expect higher. Which we might actually get. It started raining over here in sunny Melbourne, Australia. yeah, the fact that the idea is that we've broken through this most optimal reversal level, meaning the price shows strength. So the fact that we're accumulating here is further alluding to our hypothesis, if you want to call it, of strength, and this pair wanting to go higher. So yeah, we can definitely look for accumulation schematics here. This will be the extreme liquidity, which I would like to see get swept before I take any shorts, any longs, sorry, take any shorts. And yeah, I'm staying patient so far. We do have supply here to be aware of. Is this supply backed by anything? Is the question. No, it is not. So it's not as significant. It's there. It's not at, but it's not as significant. Asia highs have been taken. No, it'll actually make this Asia low. The other thing I don't like, which you just saw me look at, is how the market structure actually makes a borderline lower low, but then it makes a quick higher high. Like, yeah, you can see here, downtrend, whoop, border, obviously wicks, but regardless, it would have been a little bit cleaner if this was lower. That would be nice, but it's not. Doesn't mean you don't have to take the trade if it presents itself, but it's just something that you want to keep an eye out for. Yeah, and then the other thing I don't like about this is the fact that we've already taken Asia high. Quite nicely as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Euro GB. Before we go, was there anything else I should have checked here? No, it's all just wicks. Gandel wicks. Well, this got absolutely ran through. We didn't confirm this, by the way, as well. This was never confirmed. We also have to run right there, so there you go. And we have gotten a reaction off this supply POI, as you do. yeah, nothing really to look at the moment for Euro GBP. This has all been mitigated. You kind of have this as demand. Euro NZD ran through. Little distribution there, which played off, you can see. Yeah, there aren't really any more reverse levels up here until you get to like you have that, but it's just very low time frame. Alright, USD showing clear signs of weakness here. Yeah, I did, and I have said from the beginning, we're gonna at some point get a return to this 2-day OBIF. However, it is to know the price isn't actually creating much supply, meaning that it could come back up. Because nothing's really holding it. Nothing's really holding it or preventing it from coming back up, based on what I'm seeing here. But we do have a very nice liquidity curve, which you can expect to get taken out. So if we can look for shorts, we'll look for shorts, but there's just nothing presenting itself at the moment. Yeah, moving on. Yeah, this is already invalidated and you have actually swept this extreme liquidity. So if you did take a short at the in here when you broke structure, it is completely okay for you to have your TP1 right here, just to play it safe. And if you did have your TP1 right here, you would have realized some profits. So well done to you if you did do this. This range can be completely invalidated. Yeah, but nevertheless, this hasn't fully completed itself. So yes, it has swept extreme liquidity, but it can still continue to come down. So we can still look for shorts. But for now, there's just nothing really presenting itself in any way, shape, or form. USD JPY, but yeah, there's really, so in terms of the Forex markets, there's really nothing at the moment. We front around that extreme liquidity. That was crazy. Yeah, we front ran this and now we're moving down. I would not look to take this accumulation if it even confirms, just because we're in a very awkward we are in a fairly awkward environment where we're pretty much around EQ, like we're smack bang in EQ, and you can see that here. I think we would have had either demand or extreme liquidity in here. That is an inside bar candle. Yeah, you had structure, demand in here. And no real break of structure opportunity up until like here as well, so there's just no real reason to enter. Like this could be a valid, as in if it can't be a valid third tab because there's no market structure, but it could be a valid third tab up until like here. But yeah, just contextually, this is 10. I would never take anything like this when you haven't actually confirmed the distribution and you haven't completed the failed distribution either. So this is a price can do anything in one type of range. So I would not be too. And it hasn't created supply as well, which can show that, which indicates that it can go up higher to complete the range, but from a context perspective, terrible. So yeah, that's why I would not be too interested in shorting anything, in logging anything here. So given this, we will continue to move on. AUD CAD, where are we? Moving up to this supply POI, so we will see if that gets hit. You can see all these highs are getting taken, so next, NZD CAD. What's that doing here? Go NZD CAD. Lovely short into a lovely long, which I did not take the long. Silly me. To be fair, I was like, oh, you know what, it was. There was reasons to take it and there was reasons not to take it. I chose not to take it and I'm happy with choosing not to take it. Could that have been bottom? I don't think so. Not yet. But you can see prices creating some form of demand. AUD CHF, shout out to anyone that took these accumulation or this accumulation. This is as textbook as you can get. Model 2, high time frame with a low time frame, or middle time frame if you want to call that, TCT within TCT. That is absolutely vintage. Ran through this supply because the model has been confirmed and we've completed it here. Right there, sorry. Right there. So model completed itself. This was an A++ setup. If you can take a screenshot of this, please do it, because this is as good of a setup as you will ever get. You will not get better than this. Full stop. GBP AUD showing us nothing. Yeah, there is absolutely nothing we look at Bitcoin, what are we saying? Nothing as well. No reason too long, no reason too short. Bitcoin is being Bitcoin. Yeah, that is it for today. Kept it fairly brief, I guess. Is there anything else worth mentioning? Yeah, I guess the main thing to look out for is this silver setup. That's about it, really. Yeah, like, and just based on the fact that we're hovering here for a bit, price can push higher and continue to invalidate that, or not continue, but invalidate the range that we've already drawn. So yeah, as of now, yeah, and then I think we had GBP USD. Yeah, so yeah, these are our main two ranges that we want to monitor: silver and GBP USD. So I will leave you guys to it, and also just an FYI, we do have a nice return zone forming here, or starting to form. So I can expect a mitigation of this supply, hopefully some form of distribution schematic, which we can then short into this demand area right here. There you go, you even have a little drawing for you. So yeah, this is the outlook for right now. Thank you guys for listening, viewing, watching. Subscribe if you are new. Subscribe if you've made it this far. Much appreciated. And yeah, peace.